Hey, what's going on, everybody? Hope we're doing great today. Happy Sunday. We've got 15 matchups on this MLB slate today. Be sure to hit that subscribe button, guys. Working our way to 20.7K subs, so keep up the good work. Check out all my betting links in the description below. Really great promos, especially with BetMGM. Get up at 1,500 in bonus bets if your first bet doesn't hit. So go ahead and take advantage of that, guys. And yeah, we'll hop in it. Busy slate today, starting with the Colorado Rockies versus the Pittsburgh Pirates. Pirates opening up as home favorites at -160. The Rockies +130 with the over-under at 7.5. Rockies coming into this matchup 8-25. The Pirates 15-19. Pitching for the Rockies is Ryan Feltner with an ERA of 5.13. Pitching for the Pirates is Bailey Falter with an ERA of 4.22. Feltner, his last start, he pitched 8 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 3 strikeouts. Falter, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 5 runs, had 5 strikeouts. The Rockies losing a tough one yesterday to Pittsburgh, 1-0. Nice pit win, because they've actually been playing very horrible here. Colorado 1-9 on the road, 3-6 against Pittsburgh. So, they haven't been that good against Pittsburgh despite their win the game prior. Pitching matchup, both pitchers are giving up a lot of runs here. I'd be shocked if we don't get a lot of runs today with both pitchers who have been pretty bad on the mound here. Yeah, still not in love with the Rockies here. I think I'll still take a shot with the Pirates at home in this one. Next matchup, we got the Detroit Tigers versus the New York Yankees. Yankees opening up as home favorites at -125. Detroit +105 with the over-under at 6.5. Detroit coming into this matchup 18-15. The Yankees 22-13. Pitching for Detroit is Tariq Skubal with an ERA of 1.72. Pitching for the Yankees is Nestor Cortez with an ERA of 3.86. Skubal, his last start, he pitched 7 innings, gave up 1 run, had 6 strikeouts. Cortez, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 4 runs, had 5 strikeouts. Detroit on a 2-game losing streak, coming off back-to-back Yankees losses. Yankees been good in the series so far here. Detroit is just 1-10 on the road against the Yankees, where they've really had their struggles here. Cortez coming off 2 bad starts on the mound. We know he can be a good pitcher. Tough little 2-game stretch for him, but I think he can have a good game here. Yankees playing great at home against Detroit. I think I'm going to take New York at home. Next matchup, we got the Toronto Blue Jays versus the Washington Nationals. Both teams in a pick'em scenario at -110 with the over-under at 8. Toronto coming into this matchup 16-18. The Nationals 16-17. Pitching for Toronto is Alek Manoah with an ERA of 0. Pitching for the Nationals is Mackenzie Gore with an ERA of 3.19. Manoah, his last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 4 runs, had 6 strikeouts. Gore, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 7 strikeouts. Manoah getting his first start of the season here for Toronto. They're coming off a 6-3 win against Washington. It was a nice win yesterday. We saw Washington beat up on them the day prior. We'll see what Manoah looks like on the mound. He was decent last season here. Gore has been pretty decent this year, giving up about 2 runs. In a pick'em scenario, with the unproven pitcher this year with Alek Manoah, I think I'm going to take a shot with the Nationals at home. Next matchup, we got the Los Angeles Angels versus the Cleveland Guardians. Cleveland opening up as home favorites at -140. The Angels +120 with the over-under at 8. Angels coming into this matchup 12-21. The Guardians 21-12. Pitching for the Angels is Griffin Canning with an ERA of 7.45. Pitching for the Guardians is Carlos Carrasco with an ERA of 6.59. Canning, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 4 runs, had 1 strikeout. Carrasco, his last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 8 runs, had 3 strikeouts. The Angels, coming off a Cleveland loss, a nice bounce back for Cleveland after getting shut out the game prior, able to bounce back with a dominating win yesterday. LA just 2-14 on the road against Cleveland here, so they really had their struggles against Cleveland. Carrasco coming off some bad starts on the mound, coming off an 8 and 5 run game here. Canning, he really hasn't been that good either. I think Carrasco can have a much better game on the mound than his last 2, especially against the Angels. I'm going to lean with the Guardians at home. Next matchup, we got the New York Mets versus the Tampa Bay Rays. Rays opening up as home favorites at -130. The Mets +115 with the over-under at 7. Pitching for the Mets coming into this matchup 16-17. The Rays 16-18. Pitching for the Mets is Luis Severino with an ERA of 3.09. Pitching for the Rays is Ryan Pepiot with an ERA of 3.12. Severino, his last start, he pitched 8 innings, gave up 1 run, had 5 strikeouts. Pepiot, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 7 strikeouts. The Mets on a 2-game losing streak, coming off back-to-back Tampa Bay losses. Nice little series for Tampa Bay. They look good. Mets 0-7 on the road against Tampa. They just have not been good against Tampa Bay here. Pepiot's been very good on the mound, only giving up 2 runs in his last 3 starts here. And Mets just haven't been good against Tampa. They look bad on the road here. I think I'm going to lean with Tampa Bay at home on this one. Next matchup, we got the Boston Red Sox versus the Minnesota Twins. Twins opening up as home favorites at -175. Boston +140 with the over-under at 7.5. Boston coming into this matchup 18-16. The Twins 19-13. Pitching for Boston is Cooper Criswell with an ERA of 1.65. Pitching for the Twins is Joe Ryan with an ERA of 3.63. Criswell, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 4 strikeouts. Ryan, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 3 strikeouts. Criswell coming off back-to-back 0-run games here. He's looked very good in his last 2 starts. Boston on a 2-game losing streak. Back-to-back losses against Minnesota. Minnesota, I believe they're on a 12-game winning streak. I mean, man, they're still hot. It's insane. They keep getting wins. Boston just 1-4 on the road against Minnesota here. Minnesota playing great. I mean, we're still riding the streak here. The Twins have just been a moneymaker during this run. I like to see how long it's going to go. And we're going to take the Twins at home in this one. Next matchup, we got the Seattle Mariners versus the Houston Astros. Houston opening up as home favorites at -140. Seattle +115 with the over-under at 8. Seattle coming into this matchup 18-15. Houston 12-21. Pitching for Seattle is Bryce Miller with an ERA of 2.04. Pitching for the Astros is Hunter Brown with an ERA of 9.78. Miller, his last start, he pitched 7 innings, gave up 1 run, had 10 strikeouts. Brown, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 6 runs, had 7 strikeouts. Seattle coming off a Houston win yesterday, 5-0, shutting them out. Nice underdog win for the Mariners. They're 5-1 on the road against Houston, so I mean they can definitely win on the road here. Brown coming off a 6-run game. He really hasn't been good on the mound for Houston this season. Miller been pretty solid, giving up about 1 to 2 runs a game here. And I'm still liking the plus money with the Mariners here. And I'll take a shot with Seattle +1.5 on the road. Next matchup, we got the Texas Rangers versus the Kansas City Royals. Rangers opening up as road favorites at -130. The Royals +110 with the over-under at 8.5. Rangers coming into this matchup 18-16. The Royals 20-14. Pitching for the Rangers is John Gray with an ERA of 2.20. Pitching for the Royals is Daniel Lynch with an ERA of 0. Gray, his last start, he pitched 8 innings, gave up 1 run, had 3 strikeouts. He's been very good on the mound. His last 3 starts, he's given up just 1 run in each game. Looks like Lynch is making his first start of the season for the Royals here. Rangers coming off a 15-4 win against the Royals yesterday. Yeah, thought Royals were good underdogs, but yeah, they did not show up yesterday. Rangers are 4-1 on the road against the Royals. I do like Gray on the mound. He's been great. We'll see how Lynch plays for the Royals today, but yeah, I think I'm going to lean with the Rangers on the road in this one. Next matchup, we got the Chicago White Sox versus the St. Louis Cardinals. Cardinals opening up as home favorites at -160. The White Sox +130 with the over-under at 7.5. White Sox coming into this matchup 7-26. The Cardinals 15-18. Pitching for the White Sox is Garrett Crochet with an ERA of 5.97. Pitching for the Cardinals is Matthew Laborator with an ERA of 2.76. Crochet, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 7 strikeouts. Laborator, his last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 5 runs, had 5 strikeouts. The White Sox, yeah, beating St. Louis yesterday 6-5. If you saw that game, it was like pouring down rain in the 10th inning. So not a great finish. St. Louis. They had the bases loaded too. They had a chance to win the game. Couldn't do it. I'm not going to put too much stock into this White Sox win. White Sox are going to get some wins. That's just how it's going to go. But I'll take my chances with them not getting back-to-back wins with how bad they are here. Crochet's been very bad on the mound for the White Sox. They're 1-9 on the road. I'm going to roll with St. Louis at home coming off that loss yesterday. Next matchup, we got the Milwaukee Brewers versus the Chicago Cubs. Brewers opening up as road favorites at -125. The Cubs +110 with the over-under at 6.5. Brewers coming into this matchup 20-12. The Cubs 20-14. Pitching for the Brewers is Freddie Peralta with an ERA of 3.21. Pitching for the Cubs is Javier Assad with an ERA of 1.97. Peralta, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 7 strikeouts. Assad, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 1 run, had 1 strikeout. He's coming off 3 straight one-run games here. He's been very good on the mound for the Cubs. Brewers coming off a Cubs loss yesterday, 6-5. I'm really liking Assad on the mound today. Peralta's been solid, but I think Assad's been better this season. And underdogs at home, I'll take Cubs +1.5 here. Next matchup, we got the Miami Marlins versus the Oakland Athletics. Oakland opening up as home favorites at -130. The Marlins +115 with the over-under at 7.5. Marlins coming into this matchup 9-26. Oakland 17-17. Pitching for the Marlins is Sixto Sanchez with an ERA of 8.36. Pitching for Oakland is Joe Boyle with an ERA of 6.08. Sanchez, his last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 5 runs, had 3 strikeouts. Boyle, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 1 run, had 4 strikeouts. Miami, yeah, they lost to Oakland 20-4 yesterday. I mean, that was an insane game. Yeah, Oakland, they're hot right now. They're on a 6-game winning streak right now. They're playing very well. Yeah, zero confidence in the Marlins. Letting a team put 20 on you. Sanchez, he's given up 8 runs in his only 2 starts this season. He hasn't been good. Yeah, give me Oakland at home in this one. Next matchup, we got the Atlanta Braves versus the Los Angeles Dodgers. Braves opening up as road favorites at -135. The Dodgers +115 with the over-under at 8.5. Braves coming into this matchup 20-11. The Dodgers 22-13. Pitching for the Braves is Max Fried with an ERA of 4.02. Pitching for the Dodgers is James Paxton with an ERA of 3.51. Fried, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 7 strikeouts. Paxton, his last start, he pitched 3 innings. He pitched 5 innings, gave up 4 runs, had 4 strikeouts. Atlanta on a 2-game losing streak, coming off back-to-back Dodgers losses, losing 11-2 yesterday. Dodgers on a 3-game winning streak, looked very good in this series. Atlanta just 5-12 on the road against the Dodgers, where they've struggled. Yeah, Dodgers been playing well this series. Fried coming off back-to-back 0-run games. We're going to see if he can still get 0-run games against this Dodgers team who's been hitting like crazy. Yeah, getting Dodgers as an underdog today. Biggest value on the board. Give me Dodgers plus 1.5 at home. Next matchup, we got the Baltimore Orioles versus Cincinnati Reds. Actually, Reds opening up as home favorites at -120. Baltimore plus 110 with the over-under at 9. Baltimore coming into this matchup 22-11. The Reds 16-17. Pitching for the Orioles is Dean Kramer with an ERA at 4.19. Pitching for the Reds is Nick Lodolo with an ERA of 1.88. Kramer, his last start, he pitched 7 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 4 strikeouts. Lodolo, his last start, he pitched 7 innings, gave up 1 run, had 11 strikeouts. Baltimore on a 3-game winning streak, back-to-back wins against the Reds. Reds have really struggled offensively in this series. They've only put up 1 run in these last 2 games, so they've really struggled hitting here. Baltimore's looked really good. They're 6-1 on the road here. I'd say a pretty even pitching matchup. Kramer's only given up about 2 runs in his last couple, and Baltimore getting underdogs on the road with the Reds struggling hitting. Maybe Baltimore plus 1.5 here. Next matchup, we got the San Diego Padres versus the Arizona Diamondbacks. Arizona opening up as home favorites at -120. The Padres plus 110 with the over-under at 9. Padres coming into this matchup 18-18. Arizona 14-20. Pitching for the Padres is Matt Waldron with an ERA of 4.35. Pitching for Arizona is Ronnie Nelson with an ERA of 4.60. Waldron, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 4 runs, had 4 strikeouts. Nelson, his last start, he pitched 2 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 0 strikeouts. Padres on a 4-game winning streak, coming off a 13-1 win against Arizona. Arizona only scored 2 runs in these last 2 games. Their last 3 games, they scored 0 against LA. So 2 runs in 3 games for Arizona. They have not played well. Padres 9-3 on the road against Arizona. Underdogs today with how bad Arizona's looked offensively. Give me the Padres plus 1.5 on the road. In the last matchup, we got the San Francisco Giants versus the Philadelphia Phillies. Giants opening up as road favorites at -120. The Phillies plus 110 with the over-under at 7.5. Giants coming into this matchup 15-19. The Phillies 23-11. Pitching for the Giants is Logan Webb with an ERA of 2.98. Pitching for the Phillies is Taijuan Walker with an ERA of 8.53. Webb, his last start, he pitched 3 innings, gave up 4 runs, had 4 strikeouts. Walker, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 6 runs, had 4 strikeouts. He's had a couple rough starts on the mound, giving up 12 in his last 3. Giants, though, they've looked bad in this series, coming off a 14-3 loss against the Phillies. Phillies are hot right now. They're 8-2 in their last 10, 4-game winning streak. I know Walker hasn't been that great, but they're 8-0 at home. I think he can have a much better game on the mound. He's definitely due for a good one here. And yeah, getting the Phillies as slight underdogs at home. I'll take a shot with the Phillies plus 1.5 in this one. That's going to be it for the video. Good luck with your picks and parlays on Sunday. Hope you guys all cash out, and I'll see you guys Monday. Have a good one.